Hey guys, it's your girl Shy here. And I'm giving you guys studious chic today in my new Warby Parker Tyler Oakley glasses. These glasses are amazing. I'm not sponsored by this or anything. I'm just letting you guys know that Tyler Oakley glasses are awesome. And I got myself a pair because I'm blind without them. So today's video is going to be I'm going to be talking about awkward encounters with boys. So this first story I have for you guys happened to me in the 4th grade. In 4th grade, I went to this private school that I had previously went to in 1st grade. And in my class was this guy that was in my class in 1st grade. And we're going to call him Todd. Todd was everything in a bag of chips. Everybody liked Todd. Well, everybody that I knew had some kind of crush on Todd because he was just fine, right? He was kind of a jerk, though. He was very full of himself. He was in the popular group. This one day, in particular, we were outside at recess, and it was me and this girl. I can't even remember what her name was. Can't even remember what specific girl this was. I think this was the girl that I used to hang out with all the time at the school. She was low-key shady, too. I have a story about her and how I faked my period. That is a whole different story. If you guys want to hear that, let me know. I think it was her I was hanging out with. And we were talking about who we had crushes on. And I was like, do you like anybody? She was like, no, I don't like anybody. She was like, do you like anybody? And I should have just been like, no, I don't like anybody. Instead, I said, yeah, I like Todd. What does she do? She goes, and the way the playground worked was there was the school parking lot was over here. Then there were trees, then a basketball court, and then the playground was up after you go up some steps, right? So we're by the trees hanging out, watching people play basketball. And she's like, oh, he's over there on the playground. I'm going to go tell him you like him. And I'm like, what? Wait, what are you doing? Why are you doing what? What? She goes up and she gets him, and I'm now trying to hide behind a tree. I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. I don't have time for this. And she gets him, and he brings down all of his friends to the tree that I'm hiding behind. Clearly not well enough because they just walk behind it and walk right up to me. And I'm like, wow, hi. Oh man, and Todd was like, so I hear you have a crush on me. Do you like me? And I was like, no. What? Me have a crush on you? No. To which he was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess you were lying to my other friend. And she was like, I guess I was. And then he just walked back up with the rest of his friends. And that was it. And my friend just kind of looked at me like, okay, that was stupid. And I looked at her like, why would you do that? What was your purpose on doing that? And I thought about that for a good 3 weeks after it happened. Now we're going to call this next guy Jesus. Okay? And we're going to call him Jesus because of this. He went to my church. I was very active. My grandma used to live with us. She lives in Guyana now. But when she used to live with us, I used to go to church every Sunday with her. And I used to be very, very, very involved in the youth stuff. So involved in the youth stuff. It was my favorite thing to do. There's this one guy. I can't even remember his name. But I was very young and he was very young. But I think he was younger than me. And everybody used to call him Little Jesus because he played Jesus in a youth production we put on, right? Jesus obviously had a crush on me. He had a very big crush on me. He used to always compliment me on my outfits or my hair. He used to follow me around like a puppy when we were at church together. I used to see him around church randomly, but we became friends at Vacation Bible School. For those who don't know, Vacation Bible School is this week-long session, this week-long class, I guess you could say, where parents will take their kids to church and they'll have activities and stuff, and it'll be revolved around a theme. But it normally is in the summer, so it's a week of fun church stuff, I guess. We spent a lot of time together during Vacation Bible School. We would go off in the corner and be playing in other rooms, and we would just be having a ball. But I saw him like a little brother. I'm pretty sure he saw me as something else, which was really, really weird for me, not knowing how to be like, I don't like you like that. But I didn't want to not be friends with him. One day, it was something where all the adults were occupied for a moment, and the kids were just kind of doing whatever they wanted. So Jesus, he's like, come here, I want to tell you something. I'm like, what? He's like, come here. So we go off into this separate room. All the adults are over here. Then there's a hallway, and then there's like a couch and like a little waiting room where everybody else can come in if they wanted to. But nobody was in there. We go in there and we sit on this couch, and he's like, I really want to tell you something. This is really nerve-wracking. I don't know how to do this and all this stuff. Like, it's making me so nervous. And I'm like, yeah? And as he's talking, I'm trying to think of ways to get out of the situation. I don't want him to tell me that he likes me. I don't want to have to tell him that I don't like him. So what I do is, while he's in mid-sentence, he's literally talking to me. And it's dead silent. You don't hear anything. But while he's talking to me, I go, yeah, Granny. And I get up and I bolt down the hallway. And I turn back around as I'm running away. And he is having a temper tantrum on the couch. He's like this. On the freaking couch. Okay. The next story is a really short one, but I just wanted to show you guys what I do to guys when I like them. So there was this one guy in my 11th grade. We did end up dating eventually after this. Or were we dating? No, I don't think we were dating when this happened. I think we were in that little flirting stage, which we were in for a very long time, by the way. We had the same biology class. And one day in biology class, I just decided I'm going to embarrass him in biology class just because I can. And we were standing around, and we had these stools that we would have to sit in for biology class. They weren't seats, but they were like these really tall stools. And I'm like, I'm going to pull out his stool and he's going to miss it. What I didn't know was going to happen was, as he went to go sit down, I pulled it out, and I didn't realize that he, sitting down with such force, that he literally went plummeting down to the ground, and he had to walk around holding his butt for the rest of the day. He was like, wow, my butt bone really hurts. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. But, I mean, we ended up dating, so I guess I should just pull the chair out of all the guys that I want to date, right? So for this last story, we're going to call this guy, we're not going to call him that. We're going to call this guy Tony. It's completely different from his name, so nobody will know who this is. Nobody will really know who this is anyway, but whatever. Me and Tony had a very complicated relationship. He was my first kiss. I think we had the first kiss when I was like 12, but we would flirt back and forth with each other for years, and on and off dating, and everybody would tease us, and I don't know, I felt something with him. Later on down the line, he embarrassed me in front of an entire class of people that already bullied me, but that is a different story. I will tell you guys that story eventually. I'm gonna sound very old really quick, but I used to play outside every day. I don't see kids nowadays doing that the way me and my friends used to, but we used to be outside all day, every day. As soon as we were able to go outside, we would be outside with each other, playing in the dirt, going in different woods parts, just fun kid stuff. And this one day, we were outside playing. It was all of us. We were having a great time. And then one by one, everybody slowly started to dissipate into their house. But where we were playing was right in front of my house, and my dad was outside. So I was like, why am I going to go inside when I can still be outside doing my own thing? But Tony was also still outside because his parents just didn't care. So he was hanging out outside with me, and we were just playing and stuff. And my mom was looking out the window like, oh, look at how cute they look. And that night, he asked me to be his girlfriend, right? Again, because I'm pretty sure we did this once before. I think this might have been the first time. I don't remember. This guy. We were only like 11 and 12, but he would date my friends, and my friends would be like, yeah, I'm dating him, and I'd be like, well, I was dating him first, and then like everybody wanted to date him, but I was there first. Maybe this is why he wasn't very nice to me in the end, because I go home that night after saying yes to being his girlfriend. The next morning, it's Saturday morning, and Saturday morning, it was a ritual that I would wake up early and my friend would come to the door. She was like one of my best friends. She would come to the door and she'd be like, do you want to come over and hang out at my house this morning? We would always go over play video games or go out in the backyard, or we would just have a ball at their house. And she used to have everybody because she had a younger brother as well. And so she used to just have everybody in her house. Her younger brother was also friends with Tony. He came over that morning as well. But there was a minor problem in my brain. I had completely forgotten that I had said yes to being his girlfriend. Like, completely forgotten. Had no idea. Couldn't remember. So when he came in and he saw me, he was like, hey. And I was like, I was so mean. I used to pretend like I just didn't like him when people were around because everybody would make fun of us if we did pretend like we liked each other, or if we did show that we liked each other. So I would just pretend like I didn't like him. So he came in and he's like, hey. And I'm like, and then he like comes over and he tries to like hug me and like hold me and put me in his lap. And I'm like, can you not touch me? Can you not do that? Please don't do that. And he's like, oh, is that how you're gonna be? And I'm like, what? I said, don't touch me. And he's like, okay, all right, Cheyenne. And then like later on in the day, I like remembered that we were dating, but I was like, well, I mean, if I blew him off earlier, I guess that means we aren't dating anymore. So we just stopped. We were dating for 0.5 seconds, I believe. Literally 0.5 seconds. Those are some of my awkward encounters with boys. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down there any awkward experiences that you've had with anybody you like. And subscribe for more videos of this face. And until next time, it's your girl Shy, signing off. Bye! I'm never gonna be, 'cause I don't wanna be, no, I don't wanna sit still.